Last time, me and my friends from the Createoholics SMP made the exterior of this amazing Victorian train station. And today, we will finish it with making the most gorgeous interior with curved stairs, elevators, multiple floors and much more. So enjoy part 2. So we left off with this and we finished basically all the details on the front of the building. We only have to do a little, like a few things, like for example, we have to figure out the railing over here. Also still the color of the outside, the front lip or the front like with these statues kind of things. But most of the front is now completely done. Yeah, that's kind of where we left off. Maiden made the interior mostly. So what I like is everything is curved. Everything is it doesn't have to be green like what they do a lot over here. But what I do like is very natural shapes. So a lot of bends, a lot of curves. Like for example, with the glass roof, I had something in mind to make these kind of these metal girders or whatever to hold up the glass and have like a really cool design in the middle, like they did over here or over here. I do like the green vibe, but it's more about the vibe. I do like the more fairy tale kind of style, you know, like anime fairy tale, towards that style more. So it's more saturated, more shapes, more different colors. Just everything must be beautiful in every place you go to. Now I do like the interior that Maiden made. I do like it, although it's completely different style than the style that I just showed you. But it's fine, let's just focus on our build for now. I don't know what we're going to do with this part, but this will be fixed. And I do like this. I really do like the different colors that we now did. So we are going to do that on the other side as well. At the point of recording, I have no idea what we are going to name this station, because I have not uploaded the first video yet. But I guess at the end of the video we'll figure out what this station will be named. And if you still have some cool ideas of what we can name this station, then let me know down in the comments. Anyway, interior. Everything is gone. And again, I don't want to say anything bad about Maiden. Maiden did a really cool job about the interior. It's just a completely different style. And that's fine. It's completely fine. But yeah, we are going to do something different with the interior. And then we can fight over it, which one is going to actually be in the SMP. No worries, I saved everything up there. So Maiden's design is still out there. It's not gone, but we are going to change it a little bit. Now Maiden is going to hate me for this, but I'm gonna destroy all what is brick because I don't like brick. I do like brick. I actually made a lot of buildings that are made from bricks, but I'm going to just take down these bricks because in this particular building it doesn't fit. Anyway, what we're going to do is, let me actually show on Pinterest. We are going to do something similar to this, where we are going to make a lot curved. It has to be a perfect combination of cozy but grand, and that's kind of the style I'm going for. So it's like I will take a lot of little things of like all kinds of images and put them all together of the interior that I have in mind to build. And that's what we are going to do with this interior, because right now it's very empty. And again, we are going to do this in a time lapse just like we did in the last video. So because otherwise it's gonna be a 3-hour long video and I don't want that. So let me explain what we are doing while you see me building. So I started by making the balconies a little bit more wider and give it a nice rounded balcony in the middle, and also started to work on the nice curved staircase downwards, which was actually the first time a little bit hard, and luckily the second time it went a lot better, and now I got a nice good shape. Look at that, that's a lot better. So I finally figured out what kind of stair I wanted, because the first stair that I made was a little too circular, and basically what happened is that the end of the stair was this way, and I didn't want that, so I changed it out. I'll also give these over here a more of a bend, and as you already saw, we have a lot more curves, we have that. And I also changed out the bottom because I think if we make this darker, we can make it a little bit more cozy over here. I think that will look pretty good. So yeah, this is getting better. It's coming along. So what we have over here with all these pillars will also be done over here, but just on a different place. Maybe on this level, maybe a few blocks forward. I will see what works the best, because now it looks like it's just completely floating and I don't want that. So yeah, up here still wood, and down here a different color. So it's gonna be a lot of copycat blocks that we need for this build when we are going to make it on the actual server. So yeah, that's the only downside. That's going to be a lot of zinc zinc alloys or zinc ingots to make that many copycat blocks, but we will get there. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Also, I fixed this issue with the window. Now nicely, this walkway ends nicely at one size of a full window, so that is fixed. And yeah, I think this looks actually pretty good. So what's the next plan? Well, we are missing a railing. Same for the stairs. They are very flying and floating. So we need some construction beneath it, or anything like support or something like that, because now it looks like it's just completely floating. So that's something that we have to do. We have to make these pillars over here, and also mind you that this wall will not stay as boring as this. We will do a lot of design over here, but I first want to have this done, and also want to have this copy to the other side, and also have the bridge that goes to the other side as well. And that's exactly what I did. So first I wanted to finish the balconies, made sure that they look structurally sound and also have some kind of a railing. And the same counts for the stairs, to make the stairs a little bit bigger, stronger, and also have some railings on them. And also after that I tried to change some colors on the floor, which I'm not really happy about yet. I also started doing some work on the roof, see if I have like a nice design for holding up the glass dome, as well as the two bridges that are on both sides of the station to be able to go to the other side. And after that, Maiden joined and will help me out to make the rest of the interior. Now, before we continue, this build is now live and downloadable on the Patreon. You can get the full schematic of this building with the interior as well. And all the free members already got an email where they get 50% off of their first month. Now we're getting close to all the holiday months, and there are some really cool buildings coming up next. So if you don't want to miss out on the next discounts and you want these kind of builds for yourself in your own world, then I highly recommend checking out the Patreon. The link is down in the description. Yeah, so I tried to give it a little bit more curves, I would say. I'm not like really keen on the floor over here, the color. I just tried some colors, see what it would look like. But yeah, that was just this is just the interior that I've been working on. But I think if what we can do, of course, your interior is basically done, except for the shops, I guess.
I don't think my interior is quite finished yet, but it's like the main stuff, it is finished, but the details, like the fine details, is not quite. I guess I can try to finish it relatively soon because there's not much else left to do.
Yeah, if we can finish that, then I will help with fixing the walls, and then the train station is done, and only the roof. We only have to figure out how we are going to hold up the roof itself, the glass. And I guess we're just going to copy the same design that I did over here to yours, and then just finish it, because right now it's like half done.
I think if you finish your interior, we could choose which one to be on the private and which one to be on the public server. If we were to use it on the public server.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That might be interesting. Well, I guess then in that case, I will at least copy or work on the roof. I guess that might be the best way of doing it. Finishing the roof and then copy this roof to yours, and then we have the same roof design. And I will also copy the wall over to this one. All right, so Maiden is gone for today. And we are now here alone on the server, and we have to continue with the interior. But first, let's look at his interior. And also, if it sounds a little bit more hollow, I am back home. I have been gone for 6 months, actually, without anybody knowing. But yeah, I have been gone, and I have been in different rooms with recording, so the audio might be a little different. But anyway, his interior design is basically done. So everything down here is now done, except the roof, because that's my job. And down here, he finished all these little shops and stuff. So we now have nice shops between each of these pillars. And yeah, of course, they are empty. But when we are going to build it on the server, we are going to make like different shops. So it will look different, but at least it's a start. And everything down here is now completely done. So all the benches are in, all the lights are in, all the signs are in, all the interior design, like these chairs and stuff. He also did the interior of this building as well, the ticket booths. So everything is basically done, which looks absolutely amazing. And again, we have to continue with the roof, and I've been working on the roof and it's pretty much done. So getting in, again, this interior is of course completely different, but we are looking at the roof, and look at that. That looks really awesome. So this is one half, and we will copy this part to the other side, of course. And we have these beams that hold up the roof. So that looks pretty good. Everything will look really well because we are going to make this arch and continue that arch downwards with the wall color. So the wall color, this wall color, the sandstone color, will go inwards. And then we will have the roof color on the inside as well. So we will have a nice combination of like the black or the dark roof color, and then like these detail lines that will be on every one of these ribs. And that will hold up the roof. It will look really cool when that is done. I miscalculated these ribs a little bit because they should actually line up with these pillars. And as you can see, only this one lines up with the pillar, but these are a little bit off. So I have to replace those, but that should be fine. So I first started with finishing the roof and the roof sides, so that's now all completely done. And after that, I actually made only 1/4 of the building because everything is symmetrical. So I added another layer. I made sure to give that also a railing, and also was able to actually fit an elevator, which is really cool. And I added some lights and details, and there we go. I finally finished 1/4 of the building. So in the time lapse you saw me basically building this complete 1/4. I did finish a few little details while not recording, so not everything is on here. But what I did is basically finishing this 1/4 over here. And what we are going to do is we are going to grab this part, copy it over, and then take the whole half of the building, copy it to the other side. And then we should have one building that is completely done. Let's first look at this part. Now, I do forgot what I recorded last time. There has been some days between. But yeah, so I did a few things. I did a light design over here. I'm not really happy with it. I like it, and also I don't. Maybe I will just take it away, do something different, or make something else underneath here. Because it's a big open space, so we could do something cool with that. We have these pillars that I am fixing right now. I forgot this one, but basically I added some little details. I also finished this back wall, which was kind of ugly, and I now gave it a little bit of a gradient, and that looks a little bit better. I don't know. Maybe we should just give it like one of those darker colors on the back. And also the outside is now finished as well. There were a few little details that were missing. For example, this fence over here. Still, the color of the roof has to be done, but that will be done later. So I patched up everything. All these blocks, little details, everything should be fine right now. There's nothing missing. I've been flying around for a few times to see if I missed anything. Yeah, so for the most part, everything on the outside is done. And on the inside, basically everything on this 1/4 is done as well. We also have an elevator. You saw me building this little part over here, and now I extended it and I made a working door. And I have not built the elevator itself yet because we are going to copy things around. So I don't want to have a whole system up there yet. But basically the platform up here, this is the platform. So you have a door, you go in, there's like a little sign that we are going to fix. I don't know if it works on an elevator, and otherwise we'll change it out for something else. You close the door, you choose your level, and it will go up or down. In this case, it will go down to all the way to the bottom if you want. Maiden is going to probably help me with doing the interior design, so with all the furniture and stuff like that, because that's the part that is missing right now. Other than that, everything is kind of done. All the lighting is in place. It looks absolutely awesome in the dark, and it looks something like this. And I have the nebula or the aurora on, so that looks really cool. And all these lightings, it just looks awesome. Now, of course, look only at this quarter, and this quarter will be copied all around. But this is going to be so cool with all the lights and everything. And yes, from the outside, it still looks really cool as well. So I'm happy with how it turned out. And now we basically have to copy and paste everything around, because I think I finished this part of the building. So let's do that. And finally, after a very long time building, the interior is finally done, and it looks absolutely amazing. I'm so incredibly happy with how this turned out. And yeah, this took really a long time to make. But yeah, let's just look at it, because there are so many things to look at and to go through. Of course, you have seen most of it in the time lapse, and me and Maiden and all the other guys making it. But let's just have a full look of the building. It's now completely done, or at least most of it. On the outside, maybe a few little details are missing, like for example the roof design, or the shading on the roof still has to be done over here. But everything else is basically done. But yeah, this took absolute hours upon hours to make, but I am incredibly happy with how everything turned out. But basically, we are going to build this, of course, in our survival world, in our survival SMP. So you will see the building like this, and you will be walking up the stair, and then you have, well, the interior. A very beautiful, beautiful train station interior. Now, I will say we have two interiors, as you saw in the time lapse as well. We have that one behind me, which Maiden made, and we have this design. Now, which one will be on the server, we don't know yet. We're going to decide what we'll do. But nonetheless, whatever happens with this design, it's still a very cool design, and I'm very happy with how everything turned out. So, well, you come in and you can go to the left, you can go to the right, and you can go down. Now maybe we'll add another sign that will lead you to the right place. But basically, we have this huge balcony that looks over the train station down below. And I have a actual train over here. So we have a good example of what it actually looks like. But we have a nice train. And you will see the train go in and out from up here, which looks really cool. So you have a few options. You can go down, but you can also go to the left or right, and also take the bridge to the other side. So if you want, you can have a nice seat. You can go outside. We will still add some seats outside, but well, you have that option. Then you can go take the one of the bridges to the other side, which is basically exactly the same, with a nice picture or poster. I've no idea what we're gonna put up here. This is just something that I added, and it looks pretty cool, I would say. from a distance, but I'm not sure if we take that picture or do something different. But yeah, so we have that. And basically the other side is exactly the same. Now you probably saw this thing, which is an elevator, and it actually works, which is absolutely amazing. So we have a button to call the elevator, and then we have the elevator that can go up and we can go down. And let's go up to the upper balcony, press the button, and we move upwards. Look at that. How awesome. And we move, and there we are. Now you are on the top layer. And look at that. Look at the visual that you have of this whole place. This is just awesome. You can see the whole train station from up here. And it just, yeah, it's so cool. So we have this place over here, a nice bar with a tap and glasses and stuff like that. You can have a nice seat. And you can sit here waiting for the train that you have to get onto. So yeah, this is really, really cool. You can actually see the trains coming in and out. And yeah, so we have this really great balcony. We have this huge glass dome that we can look through. And then on both sides, I have these little pockets. And these pockets are actually there for little shops. So I will show you that one over there. So this one is exactly the same. The bar is exactly the same. And over here, we have a little shop, a little like noodle shop or something. So I added this little shop over here, just enough room for anyone to stand in, and you have a nice sitting area over here. And yeah, you can also sit at the little table over here, which is pretty cool. Look at that. Look at this. This is just, I'm so happy how that turned out. I'm so happy that I could actually fit in a elevator in this whole building. Because it's pretty much everything is glass, so it's pretty hard. Let's go to the platform. Let's go to where all the train stuff happens. So when you go down with the elevator, or of course with the stair, because we have a nice big stair over here. So you can also go down, and we have these rivets all over the place, made and placed them. So yeah, we have a lot of rivets. But basically, if you get down here, you have this huge platform where you can wait for your train. And we have some signs that tell you what train is coming up next. Some other boards over here that will tell you stuff. We have shops, which Maiden call very funny words. We have a lot of seating area, a few more signs. We have this amazing fountain that Maiden made. And of course we have a ticket booth, because of course you need to be able to buy a ticket somewhere. So we have a nice ticket booth that Maiden made, and that looks also pretty cool, with a ribbon that sells you the tickets. Everything is also completely designed on the inside, so we have just a lot of stuff in here just to make it look cool. So very cool, very happy with that. And also with which I'm very happy with is the lighting. The lighting of this building is just so incredibly cool. So I made sure to light up all these ridges, these edges of the balconies, which look really cool. And yeah, it gives a lot of light, which is pretty nice, but not overly done. And you have just the ability to see all the stars in this. This is just really cool. The track is also lit up, as you can see. So of course I have to thank all the other Createoholics members that helped me out with creating this building, or helped with some giving some tips and stuff like that. That's how this building is created. We all had a say into this, and they all give a little bit of a tip or trick. Some of them really helped with building, and you should check them out on our website, because we have a really cool website with a lot of cool lore as well for our SMP. So maybe this is a good time to go hit the subscribe button, because you don't want to miss out on the next episodes where we are actually going to build this in survival. And of course, if this is the first time you watch this series, then I highly recommend watching all of the episodes, because they are really fun. And there are just a few episodes, so it's pretty easy to watch if you haven't watched it yet. So I highly recommend to watch the Createoholics series before we go to season 2. Now, if you would really like to check this build out for yourself or want to have it in your own world, then this build is now downloadable on my Patreon as well. At least this design will be on my Patreon because this is my design, or at least most of it is my design. Of course, I got some help. So the other interior design I won't touch because that's mostly Maiden and I don't want to put that on my Patreon. But yeah, this one will be on my Patreon. Link is down in the description and you can get it right there. And of course, with that you also need the mod pack, which is also there on Patreon, but also on the website. It's free, so you can check it out yourself. And also we have an actual public server. Season 2 will come soon, so if you really want to go play with your friends, have a cool experience, talk to each other and just make cool bases, then I also highly recommend to check out the website because all the information is down there. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. This building is just awesome. On the next episode of Createoholics, we will build this building in the actual world. And we are actually going to use this train station as it is intended and actually make all the trains work and go around this island. And well, we'll see what we do next. If we are going to make like a little town on this island over here, which would be actually really cool before we go over to season 2. So again, I highly recommend watching that series because it's really, really fun. Anyway, with that said, that's going to do it for today. A big thanks to all the Patreon supporters. You guys are absolutely amazing. And of course, all the channel members. Thank you all for all the support because with that, I can actually make these videos. So thank you very, very much. And of course, everyone that's watching, thank you very much for watching. And I hope to see you soon in the next episode of Createoholics, where we're actually going to build this building. So, hope you enjoyed. And I see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.